Amazon keeps changing. Not just Amazon, but pretty much every website out there keeps changing. What happens when these things change is that marketing methods that once worked suddenly either stop working altogether or the results are a lot less than they were. An example from my own experience, and no doubt many authors, in fact I know many other authors have had the same experience. Free giveaways. Now, you're allowed to give your book away on Amazon if you have enrolled your book in the KDP Select program. Now they allow an author to give away their book up to 5 days within every 90 days. Now, when I first discovered this technique, it was still working quite well. In fact, very well indeed on one of my books. It used to be that if you did it right and then did your promotion on at a peak time, that when your promotion finished, you would end up with a load of sales at the end of it, which of course meant your book appeared higher in the search results and also in the categories, and therefore you got more sales of your book as a result. So it was a great thing. Now, I used to rely on this method, which is a big mistake, but I didn't really know anything else to do at the time. So I used to just rely on using this. So every time when it was book sales slacking off or whatever, I would arrange a free 1-day promotion, and that used to bump it back up again. These days, it doesn't really work anymore. In fact, quite often when I've ran free promotions, that bump in sales at the end of the promotion period is, well, practically non-existent. I don't think I get any sales at all. The reason for that is Amazon used to list paid books and free books in a category side by side, which meant that if your book was a free book, it's quite easy to rank it quite high because a lot more people download a free book than they do paid. So your book could, if it was really good and you used certain other outside promotion strategies, you could very easily make your book appear at the top. And what this meant was when your promotion ended, which I used to end early, it meant your book still appeared high in the free book column, and when it was actually there had a price on it. And this meant that everybody who was looking at that category was able to see alongside the paid books your book, and it meant it was high visible, and that meant you got sales, so it worked. Now it's not side by side, and you need to click on the tab next to it to get to see or view the free books. So that strategy no longer works. So this can happen with many strategies, and it's a big mistake to do what I did, and that's put your eggs in one basket. But not just using any strategies. We don't want to be using something which might work now and then not work in the future. We want to make sense to use things that will always work. Now, the thing to look at is what's always around, and then tailor our strategies onto those things and use things that are time tested and are known to work. Not just work, give few results, but big results. So let's see, there's 3. Books will be with us for a long time. I don't think they're about to die off anytime soon. Authors, of course, will always be there to write those books, so that's something else. And of course, that adds up to the fact there'll always be readers who want information. So this is really what we are going to target and focus our marketing on, because these are things we can set and forget, if you like, because we can set them up and then they just keep on working, because these things do not change. The books are always there, the author's there, and the reader's always there hungry for information. So in the next lecture, we're going to be looking at things you really want to be avoiding. Take up your time, and you may even lose your account by doing some of them. So I want you to, I don't want you to risk wasting your time, and certainly don't want you to lose your account. So really do pay attention to the next lecture.